Between 2013 and 2023, one substance killed roughly 400,000 Americans. Fentanyl is the deadliest illegal drug in U.S. history. It is easy to assume that if people are willing to risk their homes, their families, and their lives for a substance, the reward must be an unimaginable peak of human pleasure. But actually, fentanyl is an inferior drug. Compared to heroin, it produces almost no lasting euphoria, and most users try to avoid it. To understand why a drug 50 times stronger than heroin is actually worse for the user, we need to trace the specific chemical reaction happening inside the human brain. Our survival depends on two opposing forces. Pain acts as a physical alarm to help us avoid harm, while pleasure rewards us for behaviors that keep us alive, like eating or social bonding. The mechanism controlling this balance is the opioid receptor, a specific binding site on the surface of your neurons. When you laugh or experience an injury, your body produces natural endorphins. It releases these in tiny, localized amounts to reduce pain or reward positive interactions. This system is designed for microscopic precision. It has no built-in defense against a massive external flood of synthetic chemicals. Humans eventually learned to create that flood by refining plant-based opioids like morphine into concentrated doses. Heroin rushes through the entire body and activates every opioid receptor it encounters simultaneously. This creates a state where physical and mental pain are replaced by a dreamlike haze that lasts for hours. This massive overload overwhelms the brain's reward center. It treats this chemical surge as a vital survival event, signaling that it should be repeated at any cost. The brain responds to this overload with a defense called tolerance. It reduces the sensitivity of its receptors and turns up the volume on its pain circuits to compensate for the drug's effects. This shifts the user's motivation entirely. Because their pain circuits are now hyperactive, stopping the drug causes immediate, agonizing withdrawal. They are no longer using to feel good, but to keep a constant state of suffering at bay. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid 50 times more potent than heroin. Its potency comes from how easily it passes the blood-brain barrier, the firewall that protects your nervous system. It hits the brain's receptors almost instantly. But instead of the long-lasting wave of heroin, fentanyl causes a rapid spike into a drowsy numbness that disappears in minutes. Although the high is short and lacks euphoria, it triggers the same severe biological pushback. The rapid exit leaves the user in withdrawal, craving another hit almost immediately. This makes fentanyl a more efficient trap. It provides less reward while causing the same neurological damage, leading to a dependency that develops much faster than with traditional drugs. This cycle of quick spikes and rapid withdrawals causes a user's tolerance to rise at an extreme velocity. There is a deadly gap in how the body adapts. This chart shows that while the brain stops feeling pleasure from the drug very quickly, the lungs' tolerance to respiratory depression, the slowing of your breath, hardly moves at all. To keep withdrawal away, users take higher and higher doses. Eventually, the amount needed to satisfy the brain's tolerance crosses the lethal threshold, where the lungs simply stop working. This rapid addiction turns a user into a reliable, repeat consumer. Because fentanyl is cheap to produce and easy to hide, it has saturated the illegal market, appearing in all kinds of substances where users don't expect it. Fentanyl is not a recreational drug. It is a system for creating chemical dependence that operates at the very edge of human biological limits. Using highly potent opioids forces the nervous system into a state of constant, self-inflicted compensation. The result is a total disconnection from the things that normally make life good, leaving the victim trapped in their own body. Attempting to reach the initial high carries a high risk of triggering a cycle of pain that becomes impossible to escape. The paradox of fentanyl is that its extreme strength is what makes it a failure. The biological cost of the drug is always greater than any reward can offer.